Live. What's going on? Welcome to the Flight Show. We got a special guest today, my bro from back in school,
Yes, sir.
Josh from the Lost Breed. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Just enjoying this journey, man.
Word. Talk to me, man. I know what's going on. I know the Lost Breed. Y'all been doing your thing for a minute. You've been doing your thing even before that when we was back at Southern and shit.
Yeah.
So just tap into me, tell me how y'all started. You know what I mean? Give me the rundown of how everything started with you.
Oh man, I don't even know where to start, man. It's been crazy. Back in school, I played basketball. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew me for that. I used to fucking sleep with the ball, bro.
Word.
That's how dedicated I was to it. It meant everything to me. And when I got to college, I started off at Southern. And at the time, bro, I just knew I wasn't ready to play at the D2 level. So what I did was I just killed my ego right away. And I was like, bro, you know what? I'm about to go to D3. You know what I mean? I had, different coaches and stuff writing letters and shit. So I kind of just took that and ran with it. I went to D3. I went to Westfield State. And my whole goal was to play college basketball. So I say all of that to say, when I was a junior at Westfield, I had surgery on my hip. And it caused me to miss the whole season. And yeah, that kind of was just crazy for me, not being able to play and not being able to be a part of the team and all the activities and stuff. So during that time period, I needed something else to turn to. I needed a different outlet because basketball was the only thing I had.
Word.
So with that being said, a couple of my homies, we just started going to the gym. My dad, he'd been a bodybuilder, bro, for years, 20, 25 years. The other day I talked to him on the phone and he was like, bro, I'm going to die in the gym. You know what I'm saying? But it never set in when I was younger. He used to drag me to the gym and I used to be like, all right, Dad, I get it. But I always wanted to play ball.
Word.
And back then, basketball and weights they didn't go together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As crazy as it sounds, that was just the mindset we had back then. It's if you worked out too much or if you did certain things, it was going to mess up your jumper or whatever the case may be. So when I had my surgery, bro, I started working out and I started to fall in love with the process because I'm like, bro, this is working out is just me. All I can focus on is me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to worry about the team. I don't got to worry about plays. I don't got to worry about the coach. It's just me.
Yeah.
So, bro, I was literally in the gym on crutches, bro. I was on crutches for 6 months. And, bro, my homies used to pass me the weights and they used to put them back for me. And, I started getting bigger, started seeing gains, and I kind of fell in love with it, bro. And then from that point on, my goal and my dream, was always to start a clothing line. That was always my aspiration from day one. I used to, I admire Nip, man, and a lot of what he did. So, when I would see him going to, different places and stuff, wearing his own clothes, I was like, bro, I want to do that. Yeah. I'm tired of wearing Nike. I'm tired of wearing these other brands. I just want to wear my own. So, that was always a goal of mine. And then, me and Ant, we kind of tapped in. Once I started, I was about to getting ready to graduate from Westfield. And we were like, yo, bro, let's just start recording our workouts. We in the gym every day. Yeah. So we might as well just record it. People started, flocking towards us and they started seeing, the motivation. Yo, I see y'all in here every day. I see y'all working. We'll be wearing the same shirt. What's that? They started catching eyes. So we're like, bro, let's just start filming this and put it out there. A lot of our friends, they weren't really on that type of time. They were just more everybody was in the partying or, trying to do bullshit. Yeah. And we were like, bro, we just staying focused and we just grinding right now. So, we started filming our workouts, started posting them. A lot of Ant's videos started going viral just because of all the jumps and stuff he was doing. Okay. So, that kind of put a spark on our stuff and it started catching traction. And then we was doing the videos where Ant would be punching me in the stomach or throwing pumpkins and shit on me, bro, watermelons, mad crazy stuff. And bro, I swear, I'll say every couple weeks, bro, we'll get a text or something from somebody we know. Yo, I just seen y'all on ESPN. Yo, I just seen y'all on House of Highlights. World Star used to post us, bro, at least once a month.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so the page started catching traction and, through that whole process, we were dropping clothes and just starting this whole movement, the Lost Breed, bro. We just felt we wanted to be the ones, we wanted to be the examples for this younger generation, the millennials, bro, to put in work. And through the work, you can really create any reality that you want.
Nah, most definitely, bro. Most definitely. Yeah, like I remember when we was back at Southern, just balling, playing open
Yeah,
gym. But like I used to see you on it in the weight room. I used to try to do my thing a little bit.
yeah,
But then like after, I did my own thing, started to shop, and then I started seeing like I still followed you, but like I started seeing you post more of the fitness content and kind of building your way up.
for sure.
And I was like, nah, bro, definitely gonna be doing something for a minute.
Yeah,
So nah, definitely congrats on everything, like your current success and everything that's gonna come in the future.
appreciate
So
that,
I just
bro.
wanted to tap in and like tell me how like just from the beginning of like y'all just posting the videos and everything kind of building up and y'all just kind of staying consistent on y'all
Yeah.
grind. Tell me how you got into the business side of it with like the clothing line and then like get into the gym and wanting your own gym and things like that.
Right. Yeah, bro. So first and foremost, man, before we start that, I know you always been into the fashion, even back when we was at Southern, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so I remember that clearly. So seeing this shop come to fruition and everything is super dope, man.
Nah,
So
I appreciate that for
yeah,
real.
you already know. But yeah, bro. Man, it's crazy. I'll say in 2016, we moved out to Cali, bro.
Okay.
So like, I was working at a school. I was a para working with kids who had autism and stuff like that. And it was cool, very rewarding and stuff, but I just knew that it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I knew that the 9 to 5 and just like, having to get dressed up every day, like it just wasn't for me, bro. And like I remember days where I'll be going to work, and I'll be playing music or whatever the case may be. And bro, I would just be crying just because I knew like I could give more. I knew that wasn't my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew like I had bigger shoes to fill. So, Ant was working at a school too. He was working at an after school program. So, we just was like, yo, bro, let's just take this risk and let's take the chance and let's move to Cali. That's where everything was popping at the time. Like right now it's kind of more Houston and down south, like where fitness is super popping. But at the time when we was coming up, bro, it was more Cali. You know what I mean? Like 2016 and everything, everybody was in LA at Gold's Gym and, Bradley Martin, all these motherfuckers. Like, so we were like, yo, bro, let's go out there. Let's put ourselves in the mix. Let's see what we could do. And, let's just shake shit up. Like, let's take a chance. So we moved out there for about 5 months, bro. And, met a lot of connections and everything like that. It was 3 of us living in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy, bro. It was 2 people. We had a queen-size bed in West Hollywood. It was a 1-bedroom apartment. We had a queen-size bed and a couch. So 2 people would sleep on the bed and then 1 person on the couch, and we would just rotate. It was 3 of us, bro. It was crazy. And during that whole process, bro, we learned so much, especially me. And at that time, I was dealing with a lot of stuff, bro, because you never realize, like, your connection with somebody until you live with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like college, It's like, yo, you think, yo, that's my best friend, whatever, yo, we would do great together. Nah, bro, as soon as y'all live together, shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Like it got real, bro, like, different arguments and you know how that shit go, bro. So
yeah. Especially living with males, just like that testosterone, like you got your own way of doing things, the other person got their own way of doing things, and eventually, like you said, you gonna bump heads and argue a little bit. But that's what's up, like how y'all took that risk. Like, because a lot of people wouldn't do that. Like, a lot of people are scared to just, like, move away or move to a different city and, pursue their dreams or, like, try to figure it out or, fuck it, we gonna go here, we gonna just go to these gyms where everybody else is at and we just gonna turn up, do our own thing. Like, a lot of people wouldn't do that. So that's big. I salute you on that for sure because I know how that is, not necessarily moving to another city and taking a risk, but just saying, like how you said you was working a job and, it was cool for the time being, but that's not what you really, really wanted to do. Yeah. And just to be like, you know what? I'm young. I'm going to say, fuck it. I'm going to step out here. I'm going to try to figure it out. Because a lot of people, they're like nervous or they're scared or like, oh, I want to do this or I want to do that. And bro, like, I'm sure you talk to a ton of people and they say, yeah, I'm going to do this, this, and this. Mm-hmm. And then like, it's like, that's cool, bro. But like, I like seeing people start. For like, just take it one day at a time, put one foot in front of the other and just start.
That's
because
it.
a lot of people talk about it and they don't really like dive into it.
For sure.
So, you know, I want to salute you on that too. Just like taking that risk, saying, you know, fuck it, we gonna move out here, like you said, 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And we just like, even through the arguments and disputes I'm sure y'all had, y'all like, fuck it, we trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
So that's what's up for sure.
Hell yeah, bro. Like majority of people, bro, they get stuck in analysis paralysis. Like they have this big goal and this big dream, and it's so big that they don't know where to start. So it's like, bro, like you said, you just got to take that first step. Like, just make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Get the LLC, get whatever. It may seem crazy, but once you start checking these things off the list, everything is going to come to fruition.
Yeah.
You're going to look back 6 months and be like, bro, I was really tripping off of all of this stuff. And now look, I got everything done, my business up and running, and I'm rolling right now.
Yeah, nah,
you know?
most definitely. Like you said, taking that risk, going out and like, it's real important because like when we started the shop, like we were kind of like big on just, you know, jumping into it. We didn't really like talk to any accountants, anything like that from the beginning. We like, nah, we don't want to do this, we don't want to do that. And like within the first couple years, you know, we had a wake up call. We're like, oh, we got to pay this, we got to pay that.
Yeah. We
got to do this, we got to do that. And then like you said, it's a learning process. So you learning as you going.
Yeah.
And sometimes it gets tough because you try and do your thing and figure it out and, you know, do what you like as part of the business. But then there's like back end stuff that you got to make sure is in order to continue to do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
So that's definitely like important. We talk about that like a lot on here, just like the back end stuff. Just like people not really paying attention. Like you said, filing your LLC properly, making sure you up to date with your taxes, you know, having all your bread separate, like business account, savings account, tax account.
For sure.
Like that's a lot of stuff that people, you know, when they see somebody like you or me doing their thing, they like, oh yeah, that's cool. Bro is getting such and such views on the gram. He doing his thing. I seen him on ESPN, this and that.
Yeah.
But they not understanding like what you paying in taxes at the end of the year, or like how much like to start a budget that you got set for a gym, like equipment, all that type of stuff. Tap into me with that, like how, like, you know, just the first gym, how you guys started and you know that process of trying to build that up, put that together.
Yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, man, we came across some equipment, bro. Like one of our old partners, he's not with us anymore. He wanted to start his own business. That's a whole nother story.
Word.
Yeah, you know, coming in this game, you know, with partners and brothers and, you know, thinking these people are your best friends.
Yeah.
And then, you know, shit hits the fan and things happen.
Yeah.
You know, people change, money gets involved, and, you know, things just happen, bro, and it's cool.
Yep.
You know, like him right now, I pray for him on his journey. He just opened a restaurant. You know, he doing this thing, so I'm happy for him.
Word.
So, you know, all that being said, we came across his dad had a bunch of equipment when we went from Cali, bro, and then on our way home, we stopped in Texas.
Okay.
His dad lived in Texas. So he had mad equipment in his crib. He lived like on an army base. So like we was just chilling in there, bro. We went from LA, like, you know what I'm saying, all this shit going on, to Texas, bro, where it was nothing at all. Like we used to go to Walmart just to interact with people. Like we would like to work out. We
what
wouldn't
part
even
of
leave.
Texas? What part
Killeen.
of Texas? Okay,
Killeen, yeah.
Like what major city is that like closest to?
It's about like an hour and some change from Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, but like it's like far away, bruh. Like nothing. So yeah, bro, make a long story short, we grabbed the equipment. His dad didn't want it no more. So he was like, yo, y'all could take all of this. And we were like, okay. So we were like, you know what? We grabbed a U-Haul, bro, packed it all up and brought the stuff back home. We was going to come home for the holidays anyway.
Word.
So yeah, bro, we grabbed the equipment. You know, when we got back, we started calling different locations, like, you know, warehouse spaces, storage spaces. And there was this lady that owned a hair salon in West Hartford. And she was like, yeah, I'll sublease my space to you guys.
Okay.
And we were like, all right, bet. So we did that, signed like a 3-year contract. And it was crazy because, you know, we finally was able to have our first location. And, you know, it was very small, but, you know, it was super dope just to be able to work out in your own space. Yeah. We got kicked out of every single gym in Connecticut, bro. I lied to you not.
That's wild.
LA Fitness, Anytime Fitness, any gym, bro, just because of our intensity.
Yeah.
You know, we'll be the people that, you know, want to take our shirts off and work out. Like, not on no bragging shit, but just, you know, just to bring the intensity.
Vibe. That's what y'all was doing. Yeah.
That's the energy we bring, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and just the motivation, just being able to just be free. You know, and do the things you please, and, you know, us jumping on top of stuff and slamming medicine balls and just crazy shit. So
yeah, and I'm sure like a lot of the gyms, like I know, like a lot of the gyms ain't really with the filming either, like at all. Most of the commercial gyms, they not with it.
Nah, bro, especially not in CT, bro. There's a lot of rules and regulations, and people are just scared to change. You know what I'm saying? So it got tough. So finally being able to do that stuff, bro, was like really a blessing. And like a year into business, the woman at the hair salon, she was messing up on whatever she had going on. She was in some financial issues.
Okay.
So she ended up leaving. So her space was vacant. We were like, yo, bro, we about to take this over now.
Okay.
So we took her side over. And then, we got in touch with the landlord and created our own lease with him. So we took her side over, and that lasted for another year. And then there was another spot that was vacant in back of us. We ended up taking that spot over the following year. So every year we were just growing.
Word.
Every year, bro. So, and that wasn't through the gym. We never had memberships in that spot.
It was just your spot.
Yeah, it was just our spot. We used it as our warehouse. We used it as our space to ship out orders.
Okay.
Have our meetings and to create our content. And of course, like our friends and stuff, we would tell them to come through and work out.
Yeah.
So, the memberships or like the gym perspective, it never really came into fruition with that spot.
Yeah.
And we tried it so many times, but it never worked out. I don't know why. It was just God saying, yo, it's not your time yet. And right when we were about to start is when the pandemic hit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this was like 2020. And, bro, we had like a couple of our friends, they were training in our facility. Bro, we weren't charging them $1.
Yeah.
Bro, I swear they was making more money than we was.
That's
no
crazy.
bullshit.
I want to touch on that real quick, not to cut you off, but like just for like the people to understand that, not only did you take a risk and go out to Cali, try to figure it out, then haul equipment from Texas back to CT in the U-Haul, but then you opened up your gym.
Yeah.
Your own gym just for like you and the homies to do your thing, film your content, push your merch and everything.
Yeah.
And you wasn't charging nobody.
No.
So like,
bro,
I want everybody to understand that like, that's just bread being dished out.
Bro.
No return on investment really right now.
Bro.
Just kind of like, but still, like that's big because it's still a risk that you was
For
taking.
sure.
Like you knew what you was getting into, but you had a dream and you had a passion for what you was trying to do.
Yeah.
And you knew like, okay, we're gonna take this risk. This is like part of the stepping stone to get to where we're trying to go. So I want people, to pay attention to that. Like, your first year or first couple years or how you're figuring it out. Because a lot of people think you start a business, get all your paperwork, everything right, and then within the first year you're making bread.
Nah.
But like one thing I learned with starting a business is that realistically, you not like on paper, technically, you're not in the green within the first 5 years.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand that part where, like, the first 5 years, it may not take 5 years, just depending on what you're doing and how you build up. But, like, just an example, like, within the first 5 years, you may not be in the green.
For sure.
So, you dishing out money, you building the brand, you're investing tons and tons of money.
And time.
And time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On something that, is not profitable yet.
Yes.
So, I just wanted to touch on that.
Yeah.
But go ahead and tell me, because as we both know, like COVID kind of shut down everything for everybody. So you was just saying like how got the first piece of the building and then expanded and got 2 more parts and just continued to grow and build the gym overall, and then COVID hit. So tell me like the impact and how how that affected the business and the brand and kind of your mindset going through that process.
Right. And yeah, bro, to touch on what you said, like we started in 2014. Right. And we didn't get the gym until 2017.
Okay.
So during that process, like it wasn't like we just started, bro, and there was just like automatic growth. Like it took a lot of time and a lot of fails and a lot of stuff to get to where we are now.
Yeah.
And we're still not satisfied. This is still the beginning for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you said, people see something on Instagram and they're like, yo, they blew up overnight. They got a gym, in the snap of a finger. Nah, it didn't happen like that.
Yeah.
We started in 2014, bro. We was selling T-shirts and hats out the trunk.
Word.
You know what I mean, bro? Like, we didn't have any place to sell it. We didn't have a website, nothing. Then we started with Big Cartel.
Okay.
You remember Big Cartel?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we started with that. It was like $10 a month.
Yeah.
Then we went from Big Cartel to, what was it, bro? Shit, I can't remember. Nah, we have Shopify now.
Okay.
It was something in between.
Okay.
But anyways, bro, it was steps in the process.
Yeah.
And, yeah, bro, like, and then when we moved to Cali, we were broke as hell, bro. We didn't have, bro, we literally took my Honda Accord out there. We had 1 car.
That's wild.
Literally, bro. Like, so if somebody was hungry, everybody would just eat because they knew we wouldn't be able to just keep moving around like whenever we wanted. So, like, that's
the grind. Like, I was dedicated and like, that's like, you also got to look at like the homies that you was around. They was on the same mission too. They was like understanding like, yeah, bro, like we got one whip. If it's time to go eat, everybody got to eat now.
For real.
So like that's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild, bro. So yeah, I just want to like emphasize the fact that like this isn't an overnight thing. Yeah. It's a journey. You know, there's so many ups and downs, so many peaks and valleys, and the biggest takeaway that I've been able to take is, bro, just keep going. Yeah. No matter what, just keep going, keep fighting, keep praying.
Exactly.
You know, because it's all going to work out. We're already taken care of. You know what I'm saying? It's already written. Yeah. So if your intention is right, everything that you're trying to manifest is going to happen.
Exactly.
You know? So, yeah, bro, I just wanted to touch on that because people see it from the outside perspective and they're like, yo, like that was so fast. They got all this success. Again, Instagram is everybody's highlight reel.
Exactly.
You feel me? So, you know, people don't really post when they're going through a tough time on Instagram. They only post the highlights of everything that's happening. Yeah. So, like, when people see our page, they may think, yo, it was so easy for them. Yo, they get paid to work out. Nah, bro, it's not easy. We still fighting to this day.
Yeah.
You know,
and people look at the followers.
Yes,
like,
bro.
People look at the followers like, damn, like, bro got such and such amount of followers or whatever. I know he making bread. I know he's doing this.
Nope.
And half the time, those followers, because, like, that's the thing that, like, I talk about all the time, like, the followers, the real part of that, bro, is how does that turn into conversion?
Right.
Like you could have 100K, 200K, 300K. It's like, bro, did you make 100,000?
Bro,
you know what I mean?
You heard the interview with Ha Davis when he went on with Wallow and Gilly?
I didn't. I saw clips of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
He said he had, I think it was 4 million followers, bro, and he was still living in his mom's basement. Still broke as hell.
Yeah.
Like still sneaking girls and shit down to his basement, bro, his mom's basement, not
That's
his.
wild.
So like, bro, followers don't mean nothing.
Yeah, they mean nothing.
You that.
A lot of people see that. They see the views and likes and all that on the gram and automatically assume that, you know, not only is you getting the clout, but you getting the bread. And a lot of times, like, because that's where people get it misconstrued. Just because, like, social media is an attention grab. So people are looking and watching. People going to look and watch, period.
For sure.
Whether they actually support or don't support. And, you know, as a entrepreneur, as somebody trying to build something up, it's on us to turn those views and likes into conversion.
Yes, that's
you know
the main goal.
That's the main goal. So like you said, like through the motivation and the videos, and you know, bro, I follow you, so I see all your stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, bro is not doing it, you know, for the bread. He just pushing his message, his thing. You know what I mean? You and Ant doing your thing and just trying to motivate people like through the gym and through everything, whether it's fitness or clothing or if you do music or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's big because people see that and think, oh, he got this amount of followers, he's doing it to get this amount of money. No. And that's not really what that's not your mission, I'm sure. No. And that's not, you know, realistic when people see that on the gram. So that's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, bro. And people strive for that. They're like, yo, I just want 10K followers. I just want 100K. Like, nah, bro. Like, like what you should focus on is the conversion rate. Like you said, that's what you really should be focused on. If you got 4,000 followers, 300 followers, how can you convert each one of those into $1? Exactly. Or whatever the case may be. And it's not all about money. But if you're running a business, you have to think about that. Exactly. You know? So and it's a little bit different.
And even if people aren't spending bread with you, like if they're sharing your shit.
Right.
And they may share it to somebody and then that person purchase with you or whatever. So like whatever type of content people are putting out, they got to understand that like, bro, do it because you love it and because that's, you know, real and authentic. Yeah. And the money's gonna come.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people get into stuff and like you said, like how we discussing now, people see the followers and assume that it's automatic conversion to money. No. And a lot of times, like you said, Ha Davis, he had 4 million followers. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I didn't know that. At that point, you know, in his career, he was still in the crib.
Yes.
You know what I mean? A lot of people see that. It's like, bro, followers and likes and all that and comments is not everything at all.
Nah, not at all, bro. People can have 1 million followers and they sleeping on their best friend couch. Yeah. Like, people say this, though. I know people in the industry that say this stuff, bro. Yeah. Like, this ain't no, like, I'm not making this up. You know what I'm saying? So, for everybody out there listening, man, don't focus on the followers, man. Just focus on your intention and what you want to do. Putting positivity out there, whatever you want to do, bro, just focus on that and everything is going to come naturally.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know we went off on a tangent.
Yeah,
nah,
definitely.
But we was gonna talk about COVID and the pandemic.
Yeah. So tell me, like once COVID hit, like how, like what was the steps? What was the thought process? How did you have to switch gears? You know, with the business and everything.
Yeah, it was very interesting for us, bro. So like, I guess it was a blessing in disguise that we didn't have members because
Okay.
we didn't have to worry about telling 1,000 people they can't come to the gym at the time. So what we did was we just closed the gym down for us, and bro, we honestly took advantage of that shit. We dropped a home workout program during the time when nobody could go to the gym.
Okay.
So that shit did numbers, bro. Like, people were loving it, and like we were engaging with them as well. Like, I'll be at the crib, Ant be at his crib, whatever, and we'll go on live and we'll do the workouts with the people.
Okay.
So like, it was crazy, bro. Like, the traction on that was amazing, and we definitely like hit the nail on the head with that one. That was
Word.
super dope. And just like getting the people involved, like getting people that wasn't moving and moving their body and stuff, like they were just able to do this stuff. A lot of people see our stuff and they may get a little intimidated, like, yo, they lift heavy, they yell, they scream, whatever. But like, this was a home workout program, so we doing different things, like running in place, high knees, jumping jacks, like high intensity stuff. Get your heart rate up. But it's fun though, and it's challenging.
Yeah, and like you said, nobody could leave the crib.
Right.
So like, it was big that y'all came up, with a concept. And there's like, obviously there's tons of home workout videos.
Yeah.
But y'all automatically was like, nah, let's do the home workout video.
Yeah.
To still engage, with everybody that was following you or, interested in y'all content at the gym,
Yeah.
to still keep them engaged. And like you said, going live and actually doing the workouts with them on live. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Nah, it was cool, bro. And like, we had the gym, and our gym was a private facility, and seeing that the whole world couldn't go to the gym and work out, we still could if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, nobody was going to tell us nothing. We could just keep the lights off, keep it quiet. But I was like, bro, I'm not going to do that, because I'm not that type of person. If no one in the world could work out right now, I'm not going to be the only one that's doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I took the time, I grabbed a couple dumbbells, and I would go outside, bro. I'll literally go to the field, and I'll have 3 pair of dumbbells, 2 pair of dumbbells, and just make up like 20 different workouts.
Word.
And I'll do it every day,
Word.
and that lasted for however long the pandemic lasted for.
Okay.
So like, I was just, learning different things about myself in that process too, like taking some time to disconnect, taking some time just to learn myself better and learn my body better. And like, a lot of the times we get so caught up on like, how we train, or like we think it's only one way that it'll work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We think very black and white. And it was like the pandemic gave me the opportunity really just connect with myself and be like, bro, like, I can do these different type of workouts and still like, I'm still taking care of my body.
Exactly.
I'm still having fun. I'm still like just connecting with me.
Exactly.
So like, it was cool, bro, honestly.
And that's big, because like, obviously with COVID, a lot of people, they were scared, of the virus going around.
Yeah.
Like you said, the world kind of just stopped.
Yes.
Everybody was kind of like up in the air on like what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
We didn't know when outside was going to be back open.
That was the craziest time, bro.
I
for
know.
real.
And like with us, with the shop, like you said, you had the gym,
Yeah.
and it was, it was private. It was just for you and the homies, and you could have continued, to just work out of there, continue to get your content, but it wouldn't have hit the same because everybody else was at the crib.
For sure.
So, that was big that you like, what, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to switch gears and be more realistic with how the world is operating right now, And like with us, like we had to shut down the shop, I think for about 8 or 9 months. We was still coming in here, posting on our website. We was doing pickups. We was telling people, yeah, you could order, like, come to the door, we'll give you your stuff.
Right.
We was still trying to like hook people up, because even though people couldn't really go nowhere, obviously our business is like in store and online. But like, for some reason, I don't know why, like maybe it was the stimulus checks or whatever, but people were still trying to spend bread.
Right,
and like they wasn't going nowhere. So we're like, people was like, yo, can I just come pick up some? And we're like, all right, cool. Well, we came here 2-3 days a week, just posting, still, getting content out, still trying to get stuff out. And, still kind of provide for people and give them, some type of enlightenment. Like, the world's not over. We can still kind of operate and do our thing. And, there's ways around it until, everything kind of calms down and we can go back outside.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
So like once you were doing the home workouts, like you said, you was going to the field and just, like you said, working on yourself and all that. So what was like your mind frame? What was your thoughts about like going forth? Like, okay, I'm doing this right now, but what were you like game planning on or cooking up during that period of time during COVID where you couldn't do anything for like when outside opened back up?
Yeah.
What was the game plan?
Man, it was just trying to elevate everything that we had going on previously.
Okay.
You know, we knew at some point things were going to get back to normal. So, and our business is e-commerce, bro. Like majority of our clothing orders and stuff, they come from different states, you know, different places. So, you know, during that process, we were still able to ship out orders and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was still smooth.
Word.
But yeah, bro. So like we were still able to like, you know, manage, you know, especially like having to close and not, you know, being forced to like have direct contact with people. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, just like planning and plotting on different ways that we could elevate and just, you know, everything that we had going on, how we could multiply it, you know, how we could, you know, just times two that shit, bro. Everything, you know?
Nah, most definitely. So now, like, so what was it? End of like probably 2021. I'm trying to remember when everything opened back up.
That.
But yeah, like some point at 2021 when everything opened back up, what was the direction with the current gym? What was y'all game plan? We're back outside. Yeah. People can come work out. You guys can get back to your gym and do your thing. Yeah. What was y'all game plan going forth with the gym?
Yeah, so it was very, very interesting, man. So like shortly after, you know, everything kind of subsided and everything, I was in Costa Rica with my girl, bro. And the landlord, he hired a company to work on the roof because we constantly had leaks. Every year we were there, we had leaks in the roof, and they promised us that they were going to fix the roof every year. Yeah. And it never happened. So, yeah, bro. So there was a big ass leak, and they were finally fixing the roof. One night, there was like probably like a couple summers ago, we were getting them crazy ass rainstorms. Yeah. And like shit was flooding and everything. Bro, one night when they were fixing the roof, they left the roof open, and it rained crazy. And bro, all of our stuff got messed up, like all of our equipment, everything. So like. My homies is texting me like while I'm in Costa Rica, they sending me videos and shit like, yo, the gym just flooded, bro. I'm like, what you mean? They're like, look at this, bro. Everything was wet, all of our clothes, the equipment. It was like dirty water because it was coming from the roof. Yeah. So it had like some like orange, like moldy,
like rust and all that type of shit.
Yeah, and we had iron, you know, iron plates and iron equipment. So shit is like rusting immediately. Yeah. So. Bro, it was crazy. So we got in touch with insurance and we filed like this big ass insurance claim, but that was shortly after the pandemic, and that put another pause on everything that we were doing. Yeah. So we couldn't just hop back into it. Like it was like, yo, we had to figure out this situation that we had, and during that time, you know, just having different conversations and like shit was starting to hit the fan like internally in the business. Okay. And that's when I told you that our third partner, he wanted to leave. Okay. Like during that time. Like after the, you know, because it was like we couldn't do anything because we were waiting for the insurance, so we couldn't use the equipment. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like a weird process. So he ended up leaving during that time, and the landlord, our lease was up. You know what I'm saying? So we were like, yo, we're not about to renew the lease with this landlord because he's not even trying to help us. Yeah. So, and he was a bad landlord, bro. Everybody in the complex said that he was like the worst landlord they ever had. Yeah. So we were like, bro, why go through this again? So we packed up all of our stuff in them little storage containers, bro. And we were like, yo, we just going to hold it down in the meantime. We're going to go to these other gyms, still get our content, still film, and do whatever we got to do. I'll keep the clothes at the crib. Yeah. If we got orders, I'll ship them out from there. And, you know, when the time is right, you know, on God's timing, you know, everything's going to work out. Word. So we closed that gym down, bro. And it was like a huge thing for us because, again, now we going back into the commercial gyms. Yeah. Now we going back into these places where, you know, we have to get a membership to a gym, bro. I haven't had a membership, and I can't even tell you the last time. Word. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. So now we in, you know, these other gyms making our content and just trying to stay afloat. We go into all our, you know, some people we know, they live in like these little complexes, and we using the little like gyms. Yo, just trying to like get some freedom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, you know, and this was like the beginning of last year. Word. Yeah, because we just got the gym. Our new gym now, we just got the keys, bro, November 1st. Okay. So this is fairly new.
So it was about probably like from the time like when you was talking about the leak and just having to put everything in storage and go back to the commercial gym.
Yeah, it was about a year.
So about a year until now where you got the new gym. But I want to touch on that for a second. Yeah. For everybody to understand that we'll go back a little bit from the Cali grind to opening first part of the gym, second part of the gym, third part of the gym. Yep. Filling it up with equipment. Yep. You know, the decor, the artwork that y'all had in there was fire. Yes. Then COVID, so you were shut down for that. Then COVID's over, and you had the leak. So you lost, I'm sure y'all lost inventory. I'm sure, you
Everything.
lost I'm sure you lost some equipment.
Momentum.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
for real.
so basically you had two COVIDs essentially.
Yeah, type
so
shit.
to now where we'll get into the new gym in a second, but that's crazy. I want people to understand that through that whole process, everybody was shut down for about 8 months to a year, I think.
Yeah.
And then you had to shut down. You were basically shut down for 2 years.
Yeah.
So not only were you not able, to operate, do your thing, get the gym back up and flowing. Because I remember y'all posting y'all was gonna start doing memberships.
Yeah.
And stuff, and y'all was
Yep.
about to start having people come into the gym.
Yep.
And then I'm sure after that was when the leak and everything happened.
Exactly.
But that's crazy how you went through all that and then you still continued. Because a
Yeah.
lot of people would have just been like, "Fuck it,
Nah,
it's
bro.
over with, hang it up." And then, like you said, the whole situation with the landlord, and I'm sure other people could attest to this. Just landlords, that's the process that we're kind of going through, dealing with a landlord versus purchasing something,
Yeah.
and trying to do our own thing and have full control, of our
Absolutely.
own space, our own building. So that's big that you went through all of that to where you said now November 2022, the new gym. Let's
Yeah.
tap into that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, bro. And, through that whole time, our clothing line was just kind of keeping us afloat.
Okay.
Because we were still able to drop products and still able to work with, manufacturers and stuff like that. And like I said, I was keeping everything at the crib.
Word.
I had an extra storage space, bro. So, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Not ideal, but
Yeah.
it held it down in the meantime.
But yeah, you had to do what you had to do.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. It's bro. I got videos in the crib, boxes everywhere,
Yeah.
and them little, the little crates and
Yeah.
just mad crazy shit. But yeah, bro. Make a long story short, November. We're literally we were working out at Edge, bro, for I don't know 8 months or so, and we
Okay.
became really cool with the people. Much love to everybody out there, bro. They used to let me in, and they showed mad love, so I appreciate that. But we were working out at Edge and making our content, and it can only get so good in the commercial gym. You
Yeah.
can only do so much.
Yeah.
And mind you, the other person left the business, so that was a whole transition we had to go through. We had to pay him out. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
That was a whole crazy thing in itself.
Yeah.
Figuring out numbers, that's another business thing that people don't understand.
Exactly.
Once you sign away equity in the beginning,
Yeah.
there's no turning back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we gave away equity in a very early stage, and just that kind of held this way the whole time.
Yeah.
And when it was time for him to leave, we had to pay out a big bag, bro.
Yeah.
And it was that's another adjustment that we had to make.
On top of which I was already dealing with,
Right.
trying to figure out what the next step was, putting the
Yeah.
the anything that you could save from the gym in the storage.
Yes.
Like you said, bringing the merch to the crib.
Yes.
That's crazy. People, you got to understand that. As we having this conversation, bro, it's so many roadblocks,
So many.
and so many different things and situations that come up that you can't control at all. And if y'all got beside yourself or gave up on a dream or gave up on a mission,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a new gym.
Right.
You know what I mean? The merch wouldn't have continued.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's big that y'all locked in, because a lot of people, you gotta be built different. You know what I mean? To lock in through all types of bullshit to continue, you know what I mean, to push through to get to the next step.
Nah,
so
facts.
so tell me about the new gym, how that started and how that's going right now currently.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, bro, we was working out at Edge, bro, and literally we got a call from a real estate agent, and he was like, "Yo, you guys not gonna believe this, but there's a current gym. It's called Wow Workout World."
Okay.
And he was like, the owner, he had 3 locations, and he wanted out. He was 60 years old, and he was just tired of doing
Yeah.
that. So he wanted to sell the business outright.
Okay.
Just turnkey, bro. Here, boom. Y'all, everything is, y'all keep the equipment.
Word.
Y'all just pay me for the equipment and the members.
Word.
And that's it. So we were all right, we had 5 meetings with him, just touching base and, seeing, if everything was up to date and all that type of stuff. And, bro, we just jumped on it.
Word.
Yeah. So November 1st, we literally took it over, bro. And it's just been a process ever since, when we first went in there, bro, the walls, it was lime green and yellow on
Word.
the wall. It looked crazy, bro. Bro, they used to play elevator music, bro.
That's
For
wild.
people to work out. We worked out there a couple times before
Yeah.
we purchased it, because we wanted to get a feel for the vibe and
Yeah.
seeing all of that type of stuff. It was stuck in 1980, bro.
That's crazy.
Old ass carpet on the ground, just crazy.
That's wild.
He didn't put no love into it. So yeah, bro, we just took it over, painted immediately, and we've been making changes daily, just trying to get it up and running. So now, like, we went from having no members to what they gave us, like 2,500 members.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but the thing is, they were only paying like $10 a month.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was like the worst gym in Connecticut,
it was
bro.
just like a regular gym.
It was terrible.
That's wild.
So now it's a blessing that this happened, but like, when you take over a business, you still hold that old reputation.
Exactly.
So now we're trying to like fight through and like climb up this steep hill of like fighting this reputation of this old gym while still trying to make it like our own.
Okay.
So like, bro, we've had people complain about the music, saying it's too loud. It's like a nightclub. I can hear it over my noise canceling headphones. And you know what type of people these are.
Yeah.
And that gym kind of attracted a lot of like Planet Fitness style members, a lot of older people.
So people that was just trying to get some type of work in, but not, at the level or, the level that you guys is at,
it's
or what y'all was trying
bro.
to do. Yeah.
It's the cheapest gym membership around. Every membership, or everything in the world went up, inflation, bro, except that shit. Like,
That's
that was
wild.
the only thing that ever was $10.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. So, they drew like a certain type of crowd, a certain type of audience. So now, we kind of adopted that. And we're trying to, change the whole feel of the gym, the whole vibe, and just create a new community.
Okay.
So yeah, that's literally what we're doing right now.
That's crazy. So like you said, that's dope that you came across, or you was blessed with a situation where you could get a spot. Like you said, the previous owner, he was probably gonna retire. He was like just on his way out. He didn't want to run the business anymore. Yeah. And not only did he give you got the space, you got the equipment, and you got the members.
Right.
After everything, all the hassles and different, ups and downs that you went through, that's crazy that on the other side you was able to still come out on top. Yeah. And really come out. You guys was trying to build up your previous gym and attract members to now, like, okay, we got the members off rip. So now you're just trying to like you said, build out the gym. I seen y'all painted, y'all did the murals on the walls.
The murals go crazy.
Yeah, the murals definitely is fire. And like, I'm sure you like gonna, add some equipment, put y'all little tweaks and put y'all touch on it, give it y'all own vibe. So that's dope. That's crazy. Yeah. I want to tap into the merch a little bit.
For sure.
Like talk to me about the merch, and just like, I'm not gonna go, to the back to the like from the beginning, but just tell me like just like what your goals are with the merch, what like how you're intertwining it with the new gym and everything, and what y'all got planned, for the future.
Definitely. Selling merch, bro, is tough. Especially like creating it, finding a manufacturer and stuff like that. I know we talked about that, like about the shorts and stuff. We have a couple good manufacturers that we worked with, but that took time. Yeah. It took a lot of trials and tribulations, bro. Like we were working with, manufacturers, and they were messing up orders. We lost out on tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah. Like you'll purchase something thinking it's going to look one way, and it comes out in the sizing or the material, or it's just not good enough quality. Yep. And then you're like, yo, you can't even do nothing with it. So yeah, man. And then just like constantly, like keeping up with the trends, but not like going too deep into a trend. Yeah. You know how like Forever 21 is like super trendy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like seeing what's going on out there, but then putting your own twist on it. Word. So that's just kind of what we like to do. We like to, see a bunch of different things that we like, see what's popular, and then put our own little twist on it. Word. And then to me, like merch, like I feel like, but if I'm aware of something, like I want it to kind of stand for something. If somebody sees me wearing a shirt and it says like, something powerful or something motivating, I like that, because what it stands for. It means something when you wear it. You look down, you like, yo, I gotta put in that work, or I gotta, So yeah, man, just the merch has been a journey, and just trying to learn through that whole process, bro. And working with manufacturers is cool. But yeah, bro, it's just a lot goes into it for real.
Nah, most definitely. And like you said, it's big to not just put stuff out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like with us, like obviously we do 80s and 90s vintage. Yeah. We do a little bit of streetwear. Yep. And we've dropped merch pieces, but we haven't dropped a collection. That's kind of like what we're working on now for spring, summer. Yep. A collection that kind of, represents the brand. Yes. Because a lot of people put out merch. And merch and a brand are two separate things. Correct. I'm sure you know that. But like people don't understand that, like you said, with your brand, you want the pieces to have a message.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want them to mean something. You don't want to just put out stuff. And then I'm sure, obviously, as we both know, like, quality is key.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like you were saying, you was dealing with the manufacturers, the sizing was off, the materials was off.
Yep.
I'm sure there was like little details that, you know, wasn't how y'all wanted it to come out.
You don't want to sell that to your people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's big too, because that's like something that we going through now, just like trying to figure out, like, work with different manufacturers, ordering samples.
Yeah.
Samples coming back wrong. Got to order more samples.
And that takes time,
Exactly.
bro. Yo, it's so crazy. Yo, the sample process alone is just crazy.
Yeah.
Because, like, you trying to explain something to somebody where there's maybe like a language barrier.
Yep.
You know, obviously they don't know what we're talking about because they don't have. So, like, if you have an example of a garment that you like, it's like you're trying to explain it without them seeing it or like feeling it or touching it.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, and you sending pictures back and forth.
Exactly.
And it's the sample game is crazy because samples are expensive.
Yeah.
Just to get one piece, because now you kind of fucking up their rotation because they only have to make one instead of what they used to doing, making thousands.
Yeah, large quantities. Yeah.
So now it's like samples are expensive, and then the time that goes into it, bro. You wait, you know, however long, a couple weeks for a sample, and then it come back and it's not the way you wanted it. Now you got to make changes to that sample, wait for a new one, and then just keep running that whole shit.
Yeah, because
then,
a lot of people don't understand, like, the first part is, like you said, coming up with the design or, you know, coming up with the garment, and then placing the order for the samples. And like you said, if the samples come back wrong, you don't want to run bulk until you get the samples right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So then you got to keep reordering samples until you get it right.
Yeah.
So you've already spent, you know, probably a couple racks on samples before you even got the final product of what you really want. And then you got to order the bulk, which is probably going to be double, triple, whatever the samples was.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I just want people to, you know, understand some of that process, because that goes into, like, what we talk about a lot with pricing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it's, you know, merch, your own brand that you're making, or like us, like reselling, there's a lot of steps that go into it. One, curating the pieces. You know, we have a very specific, like, taste, as you know, like, different pieces we put into the shop. So coming up with some type of curation, you know, we wash and steam everything before it comes in here, because we do sell secondhand pieces. So, you know, we're not gonna give you a dirty shirt or it smell like, you know, it smell like an old man from whoever wore it previously. So we wash and steam everything before it comes into the shop. Amber, she does like alterations and stuff to everything. So a lot of those steps that people don't see before they get the garment goes into the price, goes into the presentation, goes into everything. So that's big that you touched on that. You know, the process of just like working with different manufacturers, language barriers, time zones.
Yes, time zones.
You know
12-hour time zone.
Exactly. Like, you may have to be up at 3. You have sleep. 3 in the morning trying to figure out manufacturers, whether it's on FaceTime or whether you sending them, you know, sending them examples of this and that to try to get it right. And then the terminology, like you said, you may explain something a certain way and then they don't get it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
For
So
sure.
that's crazy, but that's big.
Yeah, bro. I think on Friday, last Friday, I literally I went to DHL and I sent out a tank top and some shorts. So to our manufacturer, so they could kind of see it, they could feel it, they could get the vibe. You know, instead of me trying to explain it and send pictures and videos. But like, I'm very close with our manufacturer now, bro. Like, I'll be calling them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's cool. Like, I fuck with him. He's mad cool. But that took time, bro. It took a lot of time.
And I'm sure you probably, like you said, you had to deal with other manufacturers before you found the right one.
Multiple. Bro, we worked with every screen print shop in Connecticut.
Exactly.
And it's like, now, like, our screen print stuff, we get it from Cali, because in CT, they couldn't really do a lot of the stuff that we were looking for.
Exactly.
They could only do, like, 4-color screen print. It could only be so big. I'm like, bro, this is whack.
That's kind of the same thing we was dealing with, just like different types of print, whether it's DTG, silk screen, whatever. And then, like, obviously, you know, like, the mega print is you know, in style now. So, like, certain screen printers, they only do like 12 by 17 or whatever.
Yeah, it's annoying.
And it's like, you'll send the example and it's like, nah, bro, all over print. Like, I need the whole logo to cover the whole front of the shirt. And like, they don't understand that, or they try to charge extra for that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, because we deal with a couple manufacturers in Cali as well. And it's the same type of thing. Like, you deal with people there, dealing with people in Connecticut. Like, the whole thing with the shorts, we did a run of shorts 2 years ago, right before COVID, very simple, plain, like we did a black pair with 2 logos on the knees, and then we did a purple pair. And like now, like 2 years later, like, you know, I'll show you some of the designs after we get off this.
Yeah.
But like, we've come so far from working with 3, 4, 5, 6 different manufacturers, ordering the samples, like you said, getting it right, getting the materials right. You know, especially with like shirts or like, you know, the stuff you guys are putting out, it has to be comfortable to work out in.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you want to make sure like the cotton count is proper.
For
like
sure.
it's all types of different stuff that go into it.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. Like even down like to like you said, the cotton count, like the GSM, that's what we call it. So it's like now I'm getting a better understanding. Like if something, you know, is 320 GSM, I know how it's going to feel.
Exactly.
But that just comes from experience.
Yep.
You know, and then it's like, bro, we've tried probably every blank T-shirt known to man, bro. Like every brand, whether it's Next Level, whatever, like anyone. And then it's like you now, and styles change. Like everything is changing. You know what I'm saying? Like before it was like cool, you know, you had the little tight T-shirt, comfortable, nice, whatever to work out in. Now it's like oversized, boxy. So like back in the day, bro, we used to get the Shaka tees.
The Shaka wear tees.
Bro, we used to get them shits. And then we stopped for a long time because nobody was rocking them. And now that's like the joints that we looking for.
And that's the style that's in, because like me and Amber, we talk about that all the time, like how just, you know, us being in fashion, how the fashion influence is like in the gym too. So like now, before, you know, like when you first started, like you throwing on that same pair of sweatpants that you probably cut the grass in,
for sure,
you know,
bro.
whatever, some beaters that you throw on, and then now it's like, nah, I gotta put something like I gotta put something on. You wearing Jordans, you wearing whatever in the gym,
bro,
and you
so
know
crazy.
it's full circle, because how you look is how you gonna perform,
right?
You know what I mean? So that's definitely crazy, like how just fashion, the fashion influence is in all genres now, like whether it's fitness or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like people really paying attention to what they put on, how they look, whether they working out or going to work or going to the club or whatever. So that's big. And it's crazy because a lot of that, you know, as you know, I'm sure you making designs and doing stuff with your brand, a lot of that influence comes from like what we do with the vintage, the oversized shirts, the mega prints, the puff prints, the colors, the logos, you know what I mean? So it's just crazy how like everything kind of comes back around.
Yo, I say that shit every time, bro. Everything always comes back. And when it does come back, it just has a little twist to it. Remember like when braids and shit wasn't cool at a certain point? Now, you know, that shit is super dope. Like everything comes back, bro. Like when AI had them. And then like everybody was cutting their shit, getting a low cut. Now it's back and it's cool. Like everything comes back, but it just has a little bit of a different twist to it.
Each generation kind of puts their own little swag on it.
For sure.
Like with basketball, like you said, the short shorts is back now. Like when we was coming up, you know, it was cool to have the joints below the knee.
We had the tight jerseys and the big shorts, bro.
Exactly. And now like they wearing the joints like above the knee. You know what I mean? Like how they was wearing them in the 70s and 80s. So it's crazy how everything come around.
For real.
But I want to end it off. We always end it off. I want you to give me 3 things, 3 motivational things for, you know, somebody getting into business, whether they already have a business or they're an entrepreneur, but 3 things, you know, that are big to help them, you know, get to success or continue to be consistent with their journey.
Yeah, man. I would just say, again, my biggest thing, bro, is intention. Like, what are you doing it for? Like if you doing it for clout, if you doing it for followers, if you doing it for attention, like that shit, it may get you success, but it's going to be so short lived. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to last, bro. And it's not going to feel good once you get it, because it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't hold any value. You know what I'm saying? So like my metric of success is just like the motivation and inspiration that I'm able to give to people. That's the only reason why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And people will say that shit left and right, bro, but they don't really put that action in, and they don't really do it for real.
Exactly.
You know, so like you could look me in my eyes, bro, and I'll tell you that shit straight up. You know, and it's like that's the biggest thing for me. So like intention is definitely one of them, bro. Persistence is another one. You're gonna go through trials and tribulations, just like we've been talking about this whole time. There's going to be roadblocks, bro. It's going to be different battles that you face, but everything that you face, bro, is all happening for a reason. Cliche, but it is, and you just have to believe it. You have to believe it, bro. Like I said in the beginning, our story is already written. We're already taken care of. You just have to know that. And like if one door closes, bro, another one's going to open. You know, so just be prepared for that. And just like along your journey, just take time. Don't stress. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, things are going to happen. But just take some time back, bro. Breathe and just know that you're taken care of.
Word.
And know that whatever you face today, you're going to look back at this shit 6 months from now and be like, damn, bro, remember when we was going through that?
Yeah.
Remember when we had the roof leak and we ain't have a gym, bro?
Yep.
Look at now. We got the keys to our own shit.
Yep.
You know, so like different things like that, bro. And the last thing, bro, is just have faith and just keep going. Have fun.
Word.
You know, just take some time, bro. Smell the flowers along the journey.
Yep.
Just smell them, bro. Just take time, bro, and just embrace every little thing that you face.
Nah,
embrace
most definitely.
everything.
Most definitely. My pops, he always asked me, like, because, you know, I'm from Maryland, so I just tap in with him on the phone, like, every couple weeks and just chop it up. And the number one thing he always asks me, bro, is, are you having fun?
Right.
Regardless of all, you know, the business stuff or, you know, shit that's going on, whatever. He just asked me this one question, are you having fun? And as long as you continuing to have fun, that's the main part. Fuck the money, fuck the followers, all that. As long as you having fun every day and what you doing, then you know you're doing the right thing. And you know you helping others at the same time. So that's big. But I appreciate you, bro, tapping in with me. You know what I mean? And let everybody know where they can follow you at on the gram, TikTok, you know,
sir.
Where they can catch the merch, all that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. The page, everything on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube is The Lost Breed. My personal page is Josh Levitan. My last name, Levitan. J Lev, you could type in and you'll find me, bro. That's on every platform, man.
Word. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. You already know.
Catch y'all next week. This is the Flight Show.